The Pretoria High Court has heard the contents of the confession statements in the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial. The disputed accounts were allegedly deposed by accused number 1, Muzikawukhulelwa Sibiya, and accused number 2, Bongani Ntanzi. The statements make startling revelations that Kelly Khumalo paid 100,000 rand for her then-boyfriend's life. Newzroom Africa's Mnisi reports.
The cat's out the bag. After ruling on the admissibility, the Pretoria High Court gets to hear, for the first time, the much-anticipated confession statements. In an elaborate plan, whose trigger point was alleged murder mastermind Kelly Khumalo, both the statements allegedly deposed by the accused detail how in October 2014 they were called and told about an urgent job to assassinate soccer star Senzo Meyiwa.
I received a call from a friend, Mnisi, who was with Mapisa. He informed me about an urgent work that needs to be done and they need my assistance. I promised to assist and I decided to leave for Johannesburg. I then left for Fosloras Men's Hostel. I then met with Muzikawukhulelwa Sibiya, Sifiso Zungu, also known as Nkani, who initially gave the inside information. Later, Karos Buthelezi and Mapisa joined the gathering at the hostel. I was briefed that the person to be eliminated or killed was Senzo Meyiwa, and the matter is initiated by Kelly Khumalo, who was going to make a payment for the whole job.
In the statement allegedly made by Muzikawukhulelwa Sibiya, he mentions different role players whose names, Marco and Makimba, were heard for the very first time in this trial. These are the people, he says, contacted him with the plot and participated in the murder. In further startling revelations, his alleged statement reveals the price put on Meyiwa's head.
Marco said to me, there is a job we need to do. I asked them what job, and Marco said they were hired by Kelly to kill Senzo. And I asked the suspect, which Kelly and which Senzo? The suspect said Kelly Khumalo and Senzo Meyiwa. They are the people we're talking about. Paragraph 3. I asked them if they already charged the money, and they said yes. They charged 100,000, both Marco and Makimba charged for the killing.
Both statements detail how it was discussed that 2 people would enter the house while others would be stationed outside to keep an eye out for disturbances, and 1 would be in the getaway car.
Sunday at about between 1900 and 2000 hours, we then proceeded to the address. I went in with Karos and others took their positions as discussed during the planning. When we entered the house, Karos shouted in Zulu, "Pans, imali ne my cell phone." I started collecting cell phones and cash that was in the container. While I was still busy, Senzo jumped to Karos and the struggle ensued, where 1 shot went off and the second shot hit Senzo as the firearm was pointed at his chest.
Ntanzi's alleged statement says he was paid an initial amount of 15,000 rands hours after the job and 30,000 rands the next day. Sibiya only received his 30,000 rands the next day after Kelly had released the rest of the funds. According to Ntanzi's statement, he was not satisfied with the 45,000 rands he received, prompting a meeting that was held at Sibiya's family home. At the heart of this is that the 2 accused are allegedly implicating themselves in the murder of Senzo Meyiwa. While these confession statements are now on the record, they can only be used against the people who deposed them and not any other person implicated in them. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Mnisi at the High Court in Pretoria.